What's good, y'all? Blake Corum here. I just got done with practice, heading straight into the office. Come enjoy a day with me. Fellas.
Guy.
What's good?
How we doing, brother?
Good to see you. B.
Hey, what's going on, man?
It's good, Doc.
Finished practice?
Just finished practice, good day, wrapped up the week.
Now we here today, Essentially Sports, Peak NIL. We're going to be talking about, with obviously some football, getting them to know more about you off the field, right?
That's good.
And then you just became a dad.
Just became a dad, proud father, girl dad.
What's one thing about being an NFL running back that nobody talks about?
How do you have to take care of your body, right? I don't feel like a lot of people talk about that enough. Because you got to think, playing running back, you're running the ball, you're getting hit. If you ain't running the ball, you're pass protecting. If you ain't pass protecting, you're catching the ball, and then you're getting hit, right? And so you're getting hit almost every play, every down. And so it's really important, especially during a long season. A 17-game season, that's not including preseason games, that's not including if you make the playoffs and whatnot. So the importance of, playing the running back position, taking care of your body. There's so many different types of treatments out there nowadays, whether it be red light, whether it be like hyperbaric chambers, IVs, there's so many different types of treatments that you can get done. And so I think, playing the running back position, you have to take care of your body just to last.
Let's talk about the play on the field, right? Let's go like seconds before the play is called. I mean, the play is for you. Like what are you diagnosing there?
All right, so let's just, you want to run play or you want to pass play?
Let's do run. Let's do run play.
Like,
okay. It's coming to you.
Yeah, okay. So, boom, we're in the huddle, quarterback. Obviously now being Matthew gives us the play, boom, we break. And so whether it's inside zone, outside zone, mid zone, that's going to determine, what I'm looking at, right?
Yeah.
Am I looking at a 6-tech or am I going to read the Mike linebacker? Depending on what play it is, that's what's going through my mind. All right, if it's a 6-tech, this might go outside, right? If it's a 9-tech, there's no chance this outside run's going to go outside. Now I got to go off of my my B block or my single, whatever the block may be that the offensive line are doing. And so all that's playing inside of my head, like what's my next move? Where will this run potentially hit? Like where it's designed to hit? And a lot of times it doesn't end up going there, but you have an idea of like, okay, this is where it's designed, but if something happens, this is where most likely it's going to go.
Yeah.
Right. And so you do all of that in a span of like 10 seconds before the ball is snapped, you know what I'm saying? And so, a lot's going through your head, but that's why, during the week, the repetition is the mother of all learning. That's why you practice. That's why you keep going over the plays and plays and plays and doing it again.
Yeah.
That's why you watch film, knowing what the defense is going to bring. Because usually, teams bring the same things, whether it be blitzes, they run the same defenses each and every week. They might run one new blitz every week, but that's why you watch film. And so, you feel confident, you feel ready. So, during that 10-second span, you're able to react and make the play come alive.
When the quarterback, Matthew in this situation, when he's actually calling the play, like specific keywords are for you, or you're actually listening to the whole thing and then you have to kind of...
No. There's keywords that are designed for you. And usually when you're in the huddle, they'll give you, 2 plays at a time in case you have to can it, depending on what the defense is bringing. But you have, can plays, you have call it and run it plays. But there's going to be something within the long play that's being called that is specifically for you. And that's how like, all right, this is my play, or this is what I got to do. This is my job.
Yeah. Now, obviously, McVay and Stafford, the Rams system is known, revolutionary, right? Like moving the game forward. How much of a learning curve was that compared to what you came from in Michigan? Yeah,
it was definitely I would say a pretty big learning curve. I think Michigan, definitely prepared me for the NFL, running a pro-style offense, under center, from the gun. We ran some pistol too, but things we run with the Rams. But in terms of attention to detail, how many motions are happening, and just becoming a smarter football player in general, I think the Rams have taken my game to a whole nother level, and that's why when I look back on my rookie year to then my second year last year, there was a big jump just because of the understanding that I had going into year 2 that I didn't really have going, my rookie year.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely a one-of-a-kind offense. I believe we have, the best head coach, the best offensive coach, in the league, and I think that's what makes our, offense so special, because, it starts with the coaches, and then obviously we have good players and a Hall of Fame quarterback that, lead the offense. But, I would say, definitely, they've taken my IQ for the game to a whole nother level.
Now, which NFL defender have you faced that genuinely surprised you?
I mean, we play great defenders each and every week. I would say a player that is just great at what he does. The quarterback of their defense is Fred Warner.
That's not right.
Where were you going with it?
Buddha.
Now that's one of my that's one of my favorite players, just from even when I was in college and in high school, just watching Buddha fly around. Like, I love the way he plays the game. But when you really just look at film and look at what Fred Warner does each and every play and how smart he is, he's really a quarterback, at the linebacker position. And so I would say Fred Warner for sure. But I mean, Buddha's right up there. I mean, the way he, he's gas, no breaks all game. He's coming downhill. It doesn't matter how big or small you may be. He's coming to hit you. He's gonna throw his head in there, and I just appreciate the way he plays the game.
Yeah, I love it. Now, mentally, what's kind of the mental process that you want to talk about that young athletes are watching, right? It's how do I kind of get over this?
Yeah, I would say in high school, when I would have a bad game or a game that I did good but it wasn't up to my standards. For me, I'd go right into the gym that night.
Really? Okay.
I remember when I was at St. Francis Academy, we were playing a school in Florida, I believe it was called Venice. And I rushed for over 200 yards, had 2 touchdowns, but I fumbled. And my dad let it be known. My dad, I can't thank him enough for, the impact he's had on my life, the man that he's, helped me become. But he let it be known, so what, you rushed for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, you fumbled. That could have lost the game if it was close, right? And so my mentality back then was, all right, let me go to the gym. Let me go work, now. I still have that same mentality, but I kind of, it's different than, all right, let me go to the weight room, tonight.
Yeah.
Right now it's all right, let me digest how I'm feeling, whether it be after a loss or after a bad game. Let me sit back and think about, why did the game go that way, right? What did I do wrong and what can I fix? Let me go back and watch film and really sit back and see, okay, this is why I did this and this is why I did that, and how can I improve this upcoming week? All right, I give myself, my coach and I would give myself 3 things each week from the previous game, good or bad, that I can work on this upcoming week. And so, that's kind of my mentality now, is all right, let's move on. I can't, hold on to it. We got to move forward. How can I better it this week? I got to let it go. We still got 16 games left, right?
Yeah.
And so, that's kind of how I do it now. But back then, it was just all right, if I have a bad game, we're going to the gym that night.
Yeah. I love that.
This is where the magic happens. This is Blake's desk right here. So after work, when a lot of these guys, they're going and relaxing, going to the mall, shopping, buying Ferraris, Blake's in here doing deals, handling his real estate business, blowing up Peak NIL. One of the big things that Blake and the team are working on right now, myself, is IM8, David Beckham's new nutritional company. They just tasked us with getting 10,000 athletes to engage in IM8 NIL deals, along with all the other great brands we're working with. I mean, Blake, you can tell them about
E-Patrol, another nutrition supplement, tastes very good. Obviously, Grunts, a great gummy. Junkless, that's a new brand that just came along.
Dude wipes.
I mean,
Everybody's got to wipe, right?
Everyone needs to wipe.
Got to wipe right.
Dude wipes. We have some of our beverage brands down here, and this is just some of the brands that we're working with.
Howie
Peak
P,
NIL.
Smile Plus. We got them all.
Then we have some memorabilia in here too. We got one of my jerseys from Michigan. That was the rivalry helmet from last year's Rams game that we have right there. And then this is a throwback over here. This was the 2019 Under Armour All-American Bowl. That was in Florida. I scored that game. And if you come on around, we have some nice little things here. This is something I take pride in, especially being in the NIL space. Front cover of a Sports
That's
Illustrated.
the money issue.
The money issue. There still is money issues in the NIL space, huh? Ain't that right? Then we have this little magazine right here. This is where we grind at. This is our little office space. This is the lab.
Thing?
That's.
Should we tell?
Let's talk about it.
Wait, I gotta tell this story because I said, but then Blake's gonna do the animation. So hold on, let's get Greg on with us. So Greg's our co-founder. Greg's our co-founder and CEO. Greg built part of the back end.
Hey, let's just let me do this and see if he knows what this means.
Okay. They're asking about Memorial Stadium right here.
I told him I know a lot about it because I like eating corn there.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, G Money? I broke your little heart.
Yeah, but Blake, that night game in Lincoln, y'all was scared.
Huh?
That night game in Lincoln.
That's when I had the juiciest corn that night. That night game in
I'm
Lincoln.
saying y'all were a little. That was a tough environment. Come on,
Listen.
you got to give that. Come on.
No, I'll say it. Between Penn State and Nebraska. Penn State's known for being loud.
Yeah.
Nebraska at night, when they thought they were about to beat us, was loud.
That place was crazy.
I mean,
I remember watching TV, that place was crazy.
I mean, right under here, I believe I scored maybe in that side or that side, but they had like these fans underneath. I don't know, little club lounge or whatever, and I started eating some corn, and they're nice fans, but I got the middle finger though, but
And Greg, you probably flipped them off. I guarantee it.
I might have flipped off Coach Harbaugh once or twice.
Second question we got, G Money, while you on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
South by Southwest a couple years ago. Rented an Airbnb. There was a ping pong table there.
Yeah.
Who whooped who, me or Brian?
Dude, Brian got so whooped. It wasn't even close.
Okay, you guys are lying.
So stop lying, man.
No, okay.
I mean,
The last game when Blake was like about to cry, all right, this is it. This is the Super Bowl. This is the last game. The other games don't matter. This is it. Winner take all. Now, you don't remember saying that?
What game matters?
Okay, but you said
That's not true, but what game matters?
That is true.
What's the last one?
The last one.
Yeah.
The last one.
Yeah.
But you got whipped a little bit before that.
I might have lost the game or two,
Yeah.
but who whooped who more?
Okay, you won the last
I
one.
was on top.
I gotta be honest, my memory's a little foggy of that night. You know, there might have been a few.
We had a little bit too much fun that night.
But yeah, we're just showing them off the office,
Yeah.
G Money, where we be putting in work.
Tell them about your jacket, Blake.
Yeah, this is a one-on-one created by the one and only Jeff Hamilton. You know, we got our nice Peak logo right here. The most fun game I played in was the Rose Bowl when we played Alabama. Got my logo right here. You know, obviously, you know, national champion. Founded in 22.
Yep.
I wore number 22. Now I went back to my roots. I'm wearing 24 this year. But, you know, then you got Peak on the back. So this is a
G-Money, I'm gonna hit
custom
you right
one-on-one
back.
signed by Jeff. Hey, shout out to Jeff, man. Yeah, so this is a deal I did with Trophy Smack last year. You know, I got a Peak belt made. Shot some content with them. They're actually donating some belts to my youth camp I'm having in a couple weeks. So,
Wow.
nah.
That's one in Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blake, look, Jeff. Sorry, we had to bother you real quickly. Look what he's rocking, Jeff. You gotta come see this. We got the OG. They're filming for Essentially Sports. That's the guy right there who makes the magic happen. 101.
Hey, Jeff, you know I had to bring it out for this.
The most
Yeah,
the
I
GOAT,
got,
the greatest designer in the world,
So
Jeff
obviously
Hamilton.
We're gonna do drills.
Jeff,
one-on-ones,
Yeah.
have a safe
Regular
flight
camp
back.
stuff.
We love you, brother.
flying out of motivational speed.
Bye.
I'm sure you watch other backs, running backs. You take inspiration from them.
Mm-hmm.
If you could add one skill, I would say from any other back in the league, what would it be?
That's a good question. You know, there's definitely some good backs. I mean, probably Derrick Henry stiff arm.
Okay.
When people see him coming around the edge, you know that stiff arm's coming, and it gets people to either stop their feet, second guess, you know, what they're about to do, and it allows them to hesitate, and it's violent, right? And so, I mean, if I could, you know, get Derrick Henry stiff arm to my game, you know, that'd be great, because, you know, I appreciate that stiff arm.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool to watch just from, you know, whether I'm watching film or just from a fan's point of view, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that stiff arm is vicious.
I love that. That's a great answer. Now, Talk about a little bit about flow state, right? What does a perfect carry feel like in the moment? The touchdown in the Rose Bowl. Like, would you say that was a perfect carry in the moment in terms of like you kind of planning that out? Like, walk me through that.
Yeah, I feel like the perfect carry in the moment or flow state, right? I think it's just the key word is flow. It just flows. Like, you're not thinking about it. You let your natural instincts take over. You let your body talk to you, and it just happens, right? I mean, you don't think about what move you're going to hit on someone. You don't think about, obviously, you want to score every play, but you don't think about how you're going to get there, right? You look at the defense. For me, I'm looking at the defense front. I'm looking at who I'm reading, where my offensive line is going, and then we go, right? And then I let my natural instincts take over, because that's when you're at your best. When you're playing free, you're not worried about nothing because you already put all the work in. Yeah. Like, that's the perfect carry, when you can just get the ball, be patient, feel like you're back there by yourself. Yeah. And then, boom, you hit it. Now it's a big run, or now you're on the safety real quick. And like, damn, I got there quick. And they're like a deer in headlights. Now you can hit them with a move and you can go forward. But I think the key word is just flow. You just let it come to you.
Because that Rose Bowl, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't that the first play?
It was second.
Was it the second play?
It was the second play, but it was the same play. So the first play went for 10 yards. It was a gap scheme play. Ran to the right. Came back, ran the same play to the left. And it flowed. Because
you ran a few people. Like, I feel like a lot of your highlight type is like kind of, running people over, breaking tackles.
Like, when you look at that, like, it was just a lot of patience, a huge jump cut. I had one of my offensive linemen out in front of me, made a good block. Someone trying to jump on my shoulder that made me spin around. And before you know it, we're in the end zone, and now it's up to the defense, to hold them, from scoring, in which they did, and now we're on to the national championship.
I love it. So that stuff always shows up on my TikTok. Because they call it the greatest Rose Bowl game. What do you think your superpower is as a running back? Because I have an answer. I want to see if you're going to say the same thing.
I feel like I have a couple superpowers, but I would say the main superpower I have is my vision.
Yeah. Okay. Same thing.
Just being able to see and go. Like I don't really know how to describe it in words. Yeah. It's just I go back to natural instincts, and some people might, if they see something, they might hesitate. Where me, if I see it, I believe it, and I'm gonna go. And more times than not, when you can trust yourself and you can trust your play, you're gonna make the right decision. And so I would say, my vision is a separator for me.
Is that how you always played? Is that instinctual? Do you think that's like from film? Like, what do you attribute that to?
I think that's just instinctual. Like, that's how I kind of always been. Like, ball might be designed to go to the left, and I might end up on the right. Yeah. It's just because of the flow of the defense, right? And so, like, I really trust my work and my preparation. And then, I just let the vision take over, and then everything else, follow after that.
I love it. Last one. And this I'll put, you can use legends or current players, okay? I'm going to give you position. We'll build a team, okay? Okay. All right. Quarterback.
Oh, Matthew.
Stafford.
I'm going Stafford.
You can do anything, remember.
No, I'm going Stafford.
Okay.
He's the best.
Wide receiver 1.
I'll go with Larry Fitzgerald.
Okay. Wide receiver 2.
Why not? He's a legend. He's on my team. Give me Devontae Adams.
Okay. RB1.
Barry Sanders.
RB2.
Give me Marshawn Lynch.
Okay. Tight end.
Give me Rob Gronkowski.
That's the right answer. Just pick an O-line from a team. Like, you don't do individual. Just pick like an O-line. You can use a historical. You can use your Michigan one if you want.
Give me Emmitt Smith's O-line.
Okay, really? Yeah. From the Cowboys.
I mean, come on, he broke records. So I mean,
that's true.
I haven't watched them, but I mean, they gotta.
Any favorites from the line that you remember?
I don't. I don't know much about it. I just know he did a heck of a job running behind him.
That's a great answer. Okay, give me a defensive line.
I feel like we gotta have the fridge. Give me lights out, Sean Merriman.
Wow. Okay.
Who should we go? Should we go new or old?
Do a new one. Do a new one.
All right, let's go Myles Garrett. So he just broke the record. Sue.
Okay.
Then what we going? Backers now? That was 4?
You got one more on
one more.
And you're missing one from the Rams.
Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Okay. I couldn't let you.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't even get there sooner.
Now you can go to the backers.
So we got Aaron Donald, Fridge,
Yeah.
Sue. Who'd I say? Sean Merriman.
And then you got
Lights
Miles.
Out.
You got Miles in there.
Miles Garrett. All right. Linebackers. I'm gonna go Fred Warner.
Okay.
We're going 2 backers.
Let's do 2. Yeah.
2 backers. Luke Kuechly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Now we're going
Give
corners.
me the corners. Give me 2.
Charles Woodson.
Okay.
And we'll go Deion Sanders.
Okay. Give me 2 safeties.
We're gonna go Brian Dawkins.
Okay.
And rest in peace, Sean Taylor.
Oh, I love it. All right. That's a good team.
When I was a kid, my dad played fantasy football,
Yeah.
and his team name was Lights Out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I remember the whole Lights Out dance.
Yeah.
When did you first identify the problem in terms of college athletes and not getting, I would say, the right brand opportunities that they deserve?
I realized that in college. NIL was great for me. You can see, things around the room. Sports Illustrated that I was on the front of, called The Money Issue, generational NIL. NIL started my sophomore year, and I did really well. And as someone that loves athletes, being an athlete myself, loves all athletes, loves all sports, just couldn't understand the reasoning of why everyone wasn't getting NIL deals when I was. Right, and it bothered me. As someone that loves giving back and looking out for others, it truly put a fire inside of me. It wasn't even about the money. It was people like free product. People like free food. In my mind, as a business person, I'm like, there's too many businesses in the States that can do NIL deals. Why aren't they? Right? Is it a brand problem? Is it athletes can't find the brands? Is it an agent problem that everyone has agents? How can we fix this problem? And so that's when it first started.
What's the biggest mistake you see young athletes making with the NIL deal structure?
Well, there's 2 things. In terms of deal structure, they don't, especially athletes that don't have anyone to look over, whether it be lawyers, agents, they just look at it, see the money, and they don't know what they're signing. And so I would say that's a big point because they just want the money, right? And so I feel like that's one. And then another thing would be, not in terms of how the deal is structured, it's just once they do the deal and get the money, it's how they spend it. Right? And so, those are 2 things that, we're currently working on. There's a lot of people that are, talking to athletes, trying to get them to do the right thing, get someone to look over their contracts before they sign it. Don't always think about the money. Actually do deals that you would want to do that, fit who you are as a person. Because, you've probably heard it before, not all money is good money. And that's so true because it is truly not. And so I would say that's 2 things right there. Signing the deal because the money looks good and really not looking over what you have to do within the contract. And then once you get the money, do I go blow it because I'm gonna get another deal? That's not a smart way to go about it. That's a problem.
Now, what's something you wish someone told you about money when you were 18?
I feel like I had a head start just because of my upbringing. Both my parents, they instilled in me from a young age, if you see a penny, pick up a penny, right? I'm not leaving a penny on the floor. Pennies, add up to dollars. I know the value of a dollar bill. I know the value of a penny. And so when I was 18, just because I was raised, I wasn't, going out there and just, buying anything. If it was anything, my sophomore year when I first started, I'm stacking this money so I can, eventually, which I did, go buy my first real estate deal while I'm in college, and which led to 2, which led to 3, which led to, 20 now. And so, I feel like I had a head start just because of I had a great upbringing and I had 2, committed parents that, really looked out for me and taught me really well. But not everyone has that, right? And so my job and other athletes like myself to really help give knowledge to those 18-year-olds that are coming into money on, what they should do with it, how they should go about it, how they should spend it, how to save it and things like that.
I love that. Now, why Peak NIL the name? What's the name, Deion?
I think, so when I came in and met my 2 other co-founders, Greg and Brian, they already had the name Peak NIL.
Now, obviously, you were, chief strategy officer of Peak NIL. Can you talk about where you guys are going now as a company?
Yeah, I feel like, as the chief strategy officer at Peak NIL and / co-founder, where we're heading as a company, we're shooting for the stars, we're shooting for the moon, and we're heading there. Within the last year, we've brought in more employees. We brought in a CMO, Michael, who has been tremendous, for our company. But right now, we're getting more brands on, as you can see, behind me. We're getting more athletes on, more athletes that you could, ever imagine, and we're actually doing deals. And, it took us, a little while, being a startup.
Yep.
But now we're making progress, and that's the beautiful thing that, I love to see, as a startup, is like we're making progress. All the hard work, in this dungeon. Michael Beasley says something. I sharpened the sword for the sake of the sword being sharp. And that's what we were doing. Like, we weren't making money, but we were making progress. And it took time. We were building. There was days where it was like, dang, when are we going to do our first NIL deal? Right? And boom, it happened. And the hardest one was the first one. And so now we're starting to do more deals. And so as chief strategy officer, now I'm strategizing, how can we do more affiliate deals? How can we bring more brands on? How can we do big, large scale projects with big brands? So that's now where we're heading right now. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are obviously raising money right now.
We are.
Talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
The valuation and all of that.
Yeah, no doubt. And so we are raising right now. So, talking about our next steps, we ran into a good problem. We have too much work and not enough help, right? And so that's a good problem to have as a business, when you have too much work and not enough help. So we are currently raising $5 million at a $25 million pre-money valuation. And, we already have some raised that is soft circled. And so, if you're watching this and you love the NIL space, you love what we're doing, would like to learn more about what we're doing, I will put my email in there. I'll put my other co-founders' emails in there, and let's set up a meeting. But, we believe, Peak NIL will be the best, marketplace. And we believe it's already the best, but it will continue to be the best in the NIL market space. But, that's where we're heading right now.
I love it.
What's good, y'all? Blake Corum here. This is my one of one by our brand partner on Peak NIL one-on-one bikes. They came to me and was like, hey, we would love to make you a bike. I was like, I would love to have a bike. That way I don't have to, drive my diesel truck to work. Diesel's expensive out here in, California. So, got, what are these, hydraulics, B?
Yeah.
What are these?
You're the only one that has suspensions.
Suspensions, yeah. We got some suspensions on this bad boy. You see how fat the tires are. But yeah, this is a brand partner that came on, to Peak NIL to do deals with, our college athletes or athletes in general. Especially a lot of college athletes nowadays, they, want to drive an e-bike. This is a beautiful bike that they gave me that I take to work nowadays, so if you see me riding around, Woodland Hills.
You go to McDonald's on Woodland Hills?
Yeah,
in the bike?
If the fryers are hot, you might see me in the drive-thru line. You know what I'm saying? Also, I forgot to mention, he want to race. We got 4 different modes on this thing. We got eco-friendly, we got tour, we got sport, and my favorite, turbo.
How fast does it actually go?
About 18 to 20.
Okay. Give me your go-to. It doesn't have to be fast food, but what's your go-to food order right now?
Oh, right now, kava, man.
Really?
Dude, I love kava or sweet greens.
Okay. Give me the bowl. What's in the
so
bowl?
if I'm going to sweet greens, I'm gonna get salmon, rice. It comes with avocado, and I'm gonna add some blackened chicken to it.
Okay.
If I'm going to kava, I'm gonna get a whole pita. I'm gonna do a green and grain bowl. I'm gonna go brown rice. I'm gonna go romaine lettuce, grilled chicken, some tzatziki, which I believe is like a type of hummus.
Yeah. Okay.
Fire corn. I'm gonna go cucumbers. I'm gonna go avocado with some pita crisp, and maybe a little sparkling water.
This is so healthy.
Yeah.
All right, give me an unhealthy one.
If I had to pick say it's a Saturday,
Yeah.
I worked my tail off all week.
Yeah.
I deserve something, greasy.
Okay.
If McDonald's fryers are hot that day, I'm going to McDonald's. If the fryers are hot, I don't want it.
What does that mean? How do you see that?
I don't know. This McDonald's right on this corner, them fryers. I don't know what.
How do you see it? What do you're like going to go in and check the
No,
fryers?
it's just I've built some trust with this McDonald's right here that when I go around 12 o'clock.
Give the shout out. Do you know which one? In Woodland Hills?
Right up from this office space. This McDonald's right on this corner right here.
Okay.
Their fryers are hot, man. So if you're a McDonald's lover, which I mean I feel like all of us grew up eating McDonald's now, and you want a cheap meal, them fryers are hot. So if you want
What's
some
the
hot
order?
fries,
Give us the order. What's the?
I'm gonna go 10-piece nugget meal. I'm gonna trust that the fryers are hot, so I'm gonna go large fry because the fries.
Okay.
I love McDonald's fries when they're hot.
Okay.
But I got to be hot though. If McDonald's isn't hot, it's not good.
And then some pop. You can go soda pop.
And then I'm gonna go Sprite,
Sprite. Okay.
and then I'm gonna go double cheeseburger.
That's bold. Okay. Last memorable show or like movie you watched?
Last night I watched a show called The Mother.
Mother.
It's on Netflix. It's like a thriller movie. This mom, she was pregnant. This guy came in and stabbed her while she was pregnant.
Damn.
And she ended up giving birth, but gave her kid up for adoption. But she's a sharpshooter. Mm-hmm. And so her daughter that she gave for adoption got kidnapped. And now she's chasing down the kidnappers. And she's like a sharpshooter, like she does not miss.
Damn.
And she gets her daughter back. And the daughter's like, "Are you my mother?"
That's a crazy.
And then she gets kidnapped again. And so the mom has to go back and get her, and she's teaching the daughter how to shoot. And
This is a show or like a movie?
no, this is a movie.
Oh, it's a movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
she gets kidnapped twice in the movie.
You watch this?
No, we need to watch.
Sound crazy.
It's a good. It's
The
a
Mother. Okay.
Yeah, The
I'm
Mother.
gonna remember this. Okay. The Mother. Okay. All right. What do your teammates think you're doing when you're not at the facility?
You're probably either working here or working on some real estate.
Yeah. So what? Are you the guy, like the business guy, talking about investing?
There's a couple of us.
Who's your crew? Give me the crew.
Obviously, I'm cool with all the running backs.
Yeah.
We're always talking real estate. Some of the athletic trainers will come up to me. Hey,
Okay.
what deal you working on now?
Yeah.
Right, and so I've made it. Last year we went around and Coach McVay was like, "Hey, tell us something we don't know about you." Right, he's asking everyone, and
Okay.
I said, I have 15 rental properties. Co-founded Peak NIL, and so ever since then, guys have kind of looked at me as someone that is trying to invest in something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. Now, who in the locker room would survive longest on a desert island? Or who would you pick to kind of be with if you were stranded? That might be a better way.
If I was stranded, who would I pick?
Yeah.
I'd probably pick Ronnie Rivers, one of the other running backs. I mean, if we were somewhere with a lake, he's a heck of a fisherman.
Yeah.
So, I would trust him there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what he could do for me in the desert
Yeah.
or help me do. I mean, I don't
You
know.
gonna pick one of the O linemen?
Yeah, but, I feel like they're bigger. So, like, we both need water.
Oh, I see.
Their body needs a little more water than mine.
Yeah,
And,
okay.
by the time they get done, I'm not going to have
I
nothing
see.
to drink.
Okay.
So I
see
feel
what
like
you
I
mean.
have to go someone with similar in size.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I totally understand what you're saying.
So,
I didn't even think of that. That's
I'd probably
good,
go
actually.
with my boy Ronnie.
What's something that you're bad at that would surprise people?
Oh, man, I suck at I don't know if it's a surprise, but I suck at golf.
You suck at golf.
Yep, I suck
Do you
at
like
golf.
playing?
No,
said you suck at ping pong,
that's a
too.
lie. I crushed this guy. I do enjoy golf, especially just getting out there with the boys.
Yeah.
I just can't hit it straight, especially with the driver.
Yeah.
I'd rather use the
good?
iron from the tee.
Who's good that would surprise people?
I mean, Devontae Adams,